Hello everyone, Silent K here. Welcome back to the VR tour. For the first time we won't be covering Yuru Camp. This time we're covering Super Cub. If you're a fan of Yuru Camp and you haven't watched Super Cub yet, you need to get on that. It's a very comfy show. Not quite the same as Yuru Camp, they don't go on quite as many road trips, but still a lot of fun. And it also takes place in Yamanashi, which is why we're in front of Mount Fuji right now. I'm not going to be doing a shot for shot of the entire series like I did with Yuru Camp. We're just going to be covering a few areas around Koguma's hometown and the road trip they take in episode 12. So that is your spoiler warning. And like I said, it takes place in Yamanashi, the area to the north of Mount Fuji. Yuru Camp takes place over here, mostly in Nanbu and Minobu, aside from their road trips. Koguma's hometown is to the north in Hokuto. And most of the shots from the show are lined up very neatly on Route 612 here. So the first place we'll be visiting is Koguma's apartment up in the hills. You follow 612 up here. And her building is right here. Alright, so we have a big brown building here with a number 2 on it. A matching building, presumably has a number 1 on it. We can't get any closer to see the front of her house or where she parks her Super Cub. But she comes down here. We can see these little pillars here. Railing here. Brown shed here. And then we have a shot down this road. We have some more pillars on the left, little sign. And next we have a shot of the bridge she always crosses to get to school. Somewhere around here. Can't get the exact angle, but it is a bridge. And next we have the intersection, which is shown many times throughout the series. First, we have the street sign on Koguma's side, Route 20 and Route 612. And then they often show the intersection from the school side, which is over here. We have some signs on the left here. You can see this building, the beige building with the slanted roof. Can we get that truck out of the way? Not really. Damn tractor trailer. But you get the idea. And then we have the street sign from the school side. Nagasaka, Suwa, and Nirasaki. And next we have the school itself, which is right down here. Solar panels on the roof. Koguma goes to high school, obviously, but this is a junior high in reality. Alright, so we have a few shots from outside. We have these rounded roof buildings in one shot. We have her riding up along the front of the school here. A bunch of shots of the school itself. Got some trees out front. The blue balconies going across. And a few shots of the far intersection. A little too far. Right around there is good. Alright, next we have Shi's Restaurant, which is a fictional location, but it's based on a real restaurant. We see some shots of them riding to the school at one point. So we can see the back of this sign. the orange mirror, the Y-shaped line in the road. And the next shot is right up here. We have some decorative trees to the left, and this telephone pole with the yellow cable on the right. And then a little bit further up, we have the only place the restaurant could logically be, which is right here. From the show we can see that it's surrounded by trees, and this is the only place on this road that's surrounded by trees. And we know the bike shop is the next location, which is right up here, so it has to be before that. So this is really the only tree spot. So if it did have a real location, it would be right here. And we'll take a look at the building that the restaurant is modeled after a little bit later. But for now, we're continuing on to the bike shop, which is right here. This is Kuma's factory in reality, but we can obviously see these yellow and green gears. Very distinctive coloring. We also have these yellow poles here. Alright, and next up should be Reiko's house, but that's another fictional location. We know it has to be past the bike shop. There's a shot of them going home from Reiko's house at one point and crossing this bridge. So we see the bridge from this side with the 30-kilometer sign. Alright, so even though Reiko's house is in a fictional location, it might be based on a real location. When Koguma steps out onto her second floor balcony, she sees a view of Mount Fuji centered in a valley, but that does not match this local area. If we hop on a mountain over here, we can see Mount Fuji is way too far to the right. And from the 360 photo, we can see Mount Fuji here. Same thing, it's way too far to the right. It's being cut off by this other mountain. So I had to look around to try to find an area where the landscape matched the screenshot somewhat. And I found a drone photo right over here. This is Shimpu Park. So I got Shimpu Park over here. And there was a drone photo like right here. So here we can see Mount Fuji, like pretty much centered in this valley here. So this is not the exact location, but we can see that this is roughly the same area. And there is more evidence for this with the next shot, which is even further to the east. It's like right over here. Wada Mountain Path. There's a shot towards the end of the OP where they're all on an observation deck, all three girls, including she who's on her bicycle, which, by the way, the school is way over here. There is no way she is getting way over here on her bicycle. So we have a really nice shot right on this observation deck. Alright, so we have a view of Fuji here. A little cloudy today, but we have these spheres here and the railings. And in the OP, all three girls are shown here, but in the actual show, the only person to ever visit this area is Reiko. So it makes it seem like her cabin is nearby. I was not able to find it, but if Reiko's cabin is modeled after a real location, it's probably closer to here than the school, which is way over there. And next we'll take a look at the building Shi's restaurant is modeled after, which the school is over here, and the real building is way up here, just north of Route 32 and Route 28. It's right here. It's called the Back House Inn or something like that. So this place with the solar panels on the roof, we can't actually get street view here, unfortunately. We can just barely see it from this adjacent street. So we got the building over here. Can't really see any detail from here, but I'll put up a comparison picture. Very distinctive design. Alright, and that's it for the major locations in Koguma's hometown. So we are back to the school to begin the road trip. So it begins with the three girls leaving Shi's restaurant. And the first shot is, of course, the intersection. We're taking a left here. Koguma's house is normally straight ahead. And the next shot is across the Omokawa Bridge here. Looking back. So we have a shot of this sign and the bridge. And our journey begins. Alright, and this road trip is huge, so we are going to be making very large jumps between shots. So Omokawa Bridge here, and the next shot is way up here on Route 20. There's a brown sign along the side of the road. Here we go, very distinctive sign. And these fences we've seen all across Yamanashi. And then just a little up the road we have the Fujimi town sign, which this strip does have a lot of just plain signs, so I'm going to be skipping a lot of them, but they look pretty much like this. Fujimi town. It's usually just a close-up of the sign and none of the scenery, so I'll probably just mention them in passing. Alright, next one is another pretty big leap. We're right around here. And we're going all the way up here to a spot where Route 20 and the train line are right next to each other. Which is right here. We can see the train line here, Route 20, and we have a pretty good shot from this street view over here. Alright, so we have some farmlands in the foreground, we have the guardrail near the street, the concrete wall going up on the left and across, we got the telephone poles in the foreground and the background. No train though, unfortunately. And next we are at Lake Suwa, made famous by Yuru Camp. So there's a little park over here, and we have a shot right here, right on the lake. First shot looking back this way. So we have this very distinctive yellow house, some trees on the right with a little sign in between them. And then of course Lake Suwa. We can see this lamp post here, and the girls are parked right around here, checking out their bikes. Lovely. Alright, next we are deep in the hills, where we see a Shiojiri city sign, which is right here. There we go, not much to it. We got some trees in the background. Lovely neon green pedestrian bridge. Alright. So, we can wave to Shirojiri on our way by because we're going right through. Our next stop is Naraijuku, which is right near the Narai station. And we have a sign like right over here for Naraijuku, 0.6 kilometers. Very lovely scenery. And then we have a couple shots along the old Nakasendo, which is a street lined with very traditional shops. And I think the first shot was right here next to this gray roof building. Alright. Yeah, we have this little bin here with a lantern above it. The girls are riding towards us right here. We have these upper balconies with the windows. We have the windows on the bottom. This kind of barred up area here. Very lovely compact layout. No space wasted. And next shot, a little bit further up. I think it was right here. Alright. So we got this little lantern here. We got the awning here. Painting. These little hats. Lovely, lovely. The sign is here too. Alright. So we're going from Narai here all the way down to Kiso, Route 269 and Route 19 as it comes out of the tunnel. We have a pedestrian bridge right over here. Alright, so we have the Route 19 sign here and the pedestrian bridge over here. We can see the cutout in the concrete here. And then we can wave to Kiso on our way by because we're cutting straight through to the roadside station here where we can see the Kiso market sign right outside. Right here. And then the girls stop in here to take a lunch break. And we can see these multi-tiered roofs and this lettering here. We can't get inside to see the deck where all the seating is, but we got the mountains and the trees in the background. Very nice. And as the girls pause to take their lunch break, so too shall we. And we will pick up here with part 2 next time. And we will finish the rest of the journey because we're here in Kiso. And we started over there in Hokuto. And we still have a long way to go. We're probably not even a quarter of the way there yet. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Please tune in again next time.